Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about order of operations with decimals. So hopefully you watched the other video I posted in modules that discussed the basics of order of operations. So the first thing that we tackle with order of operations is parentheses. Okay, then we tackle exponents, multiplication and division. Notice they're kind of on the same row, they're in the same order of importance. So when we get to multiplication or division, we always solve from left to right, whatever comes first, because they're both equally as important. Same with addition and subtraction. So when you have addition or subtraction, you solve from left to right. They're both important. So whatever's furthest to the left, that's what you're going to tackle first. So this is kind of a method to how we tackle problems. So we looked at this when we did whole numbers. So now we're going to kick it up a notch and we're going to use it with decimals. And the cool thing is it's the same thing. So let's look at an example. We have $8700 minus $3200 times $3500. And I'm going to just go through my order of operations. So when I have an assignment or I have a quiz or an exam, I like to write this on the side of my paper. It just takes a second, and it's kind of my checklist of how I'm going to tackle a problem like this. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to ask, do I have parentheses? Well, I do, right? But I have nothing inside the parenthesis, right? There's really nothing there to solve. It's just one decimal. So there's really nothing to solve inside the parenthesis. So I'm going to go on to my next one, which is exponents. Do I have any exponents here? Nope. How about multiplication or division? I do. I have multiplication and division right here. So what I like to do is I like to box what I'm going to solve. Okay. So I'm going to tackle this first. I'm going to solve 3200 times 3500. So on the side of my paper, and I like to just do it on the left side, this is where I'm going to just kind of get messy down here, right? Okay, and in fact, I don't even have to put those decimals there, right? I can just solve this out and include the decimals after the fact. So I can just go 35 times 32. All right, so 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Put a 0 there. Get rid of this work. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Add them all up. 0, 12, 1, 1. Okay, now I'm going to input my decimal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So I'm going to start at the far right and go over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So this becomes 0.1120. So now I'm going to bring everything else down. And I like to use the same color I used before. So anything I solve will be green, okay? And anything that I'm keeping the same will be blue, okay? I'm a visual learner, so this is how I'm going to keep track of my work, because these can get very, very messy and very long. All right, so now I'm just left with a subtraction problem. 0.87 minus 0.1120. Okay, so let's work that out on the side here. All right. So and when we are subtracting, we line up the decimals. Okay, so part of, I think what's confusing is that we have to remember all the rules, right? So when we're multiplying, we don't have to line up decimals, right? But when we're subtracting, we have to line up the decimals. So just kind of keeping those rules straight. Notice I have some blank spots there. I'm going to go ahead and just put some zeros there. And then I'm going to subtract. So 0 minus 0 is 0. Can I take 2 from 0? Nope. So I'm going to have to take from the 7. So this is going to become a 6. And now this one's going to become a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 6 minus 1 is 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. Bring down the decimal point. So your answer is... Oh, did I get this wrong? Points and... What did I do? Oh, 5. Sorry, 5. I'm like looking at this like, what did I do? 6 minus 1 is 5. Hopefully you caught that, right? Okay, so your answer is 0.7580, or this is your tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000. So this is 7,580 10,000ths. Okay, so that's how you would say that. Or you can even say 758 thousandths, because you don't technically have to include that 0, but we just went ahead and did that. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So let's do another one. Let's tackle another one. Let's do one with division. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I always write my PEMDAS on the side. Okay, I always leave that as my little reminder. So I have 5 and 98 hundredths minus 23 hundredths. I'm sorry, not minus, divided by 23 hundredths times, I need glasses apparently, 3 and 16 hundredths. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to start going down the list. Do I have parentheses? Yes, but I don't have anything to solve, right? Inside that parentheses, so I'm going to keep going. Do I have exponents? No. Do I have multiplication or division? I do. I have some multiplication right there. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle that first. Oh, and I have division as well, right? So let's see. What should I do? I'm going to give you a second to think about this. Okay, so I have multiplication, right? And then I also have a division here, right? I have 5.98 divided by 0.23. So remember how I said multiplication, you want to go from left to right? So are we going to do the multiplication first, which is right here? Or are we going to do the division first? What do you think? I hope you said we're going to do the division first. So it doesn't matter that the D comes after the M, right? So some people think, oh, well, the D's after the M, so I have to always do division last. It doesn't matter. These are equally as important. And in fact, that's why we kind of put these little slashes here, because it's either or. You can do multiplication division or division multiplication. You just go from left to right. So since this division here is furthest to the left, I'm going to tackle that first. I'm going to tackle this first, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and solve this over here. Again, so now we have to remember all those division rules, right? So I need to get rid of this decimal by moving it. So I'm going to move it 2 times. 1, 2. Now it's 23. And I'm going to move this 2 times. So remember, if you move your divisor decimal 2 times, you have to move your dividend decimal 2 times. So 1, 2. Okay, and I'm going to bring it straight up. Whoop, goes right there. Okay, so now it's just 23 into 598. Okay, so can 23 go into 5, or can 23 go into 59? Can it? What do you think? So at this point, you should be looking at your multiplication chart. I believe it does. I think it goes in 2 times. So let's see, 23 times 2, 6, 46. Yep, 2 times. So let's do 2 times. 46, subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3, 1. And then bring down the 8. Can 23 go into 138? Well, let's see. What do you think? So hopefully you're looking at a multiplication chart right now. So let's see. So 20 times 5 is 100. And 23 is kind of close to 20, right? So 20 times 5 is 100. 20 times 6 is 120. So you want to try 6 times? Let's see if that comes close. So 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Ah, that's perfect. 138. Cool. Okay, so it goes in. There you go. 6. 23 times 6. 138. Subtract. So your answer is 26. And then you're going to bring down, oops, sorry, you guys can't see that. We still have this parentheses and this 3 and 1600ths, right? So bring them down with the parentheses. Don't let go of those parentheses. So bring those parentheses down. And so now you have a multiplication problem. So you have 26 times 3 and 1600ths. So let's work that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this number up top because it has more digits. Because remember, we lose the decimals while we're multiplying. Okay, so I'm going to put this number up top. And it doesn't matter which one goes first when we're multiplying or adding. And then 26 on the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to multiply this out. So 6 times 6, 36, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18. Get rid of the work. Switch colors, add a 0. 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And then a 6. Okay. Get rid of the work. Add it all up. 9, 10, 11. 8, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8. 8,216. But remember, I had a decimal here. The decimal is right there, so I have to include that. So that's 2 digits, right? So we start at the far right, go over count over 2 digits. I can't even speak. Count over 2 digits. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so that is your final answer. 82 and 1600ths. Whew, that was a lot, right? So we are integrating everything that we've learned in all of our decimal rules now into a one problem, one expression, using order of operations. Okay? So, give these a couple of shots. Make sure you rewatch this video. Make sure you rework the problems that I did and see if you can do them on your own. And we will connect later. Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.